just like, well, look at her kind of thing. I'm like, guys, focus here.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, to arrest her
or fall in love.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I agree, but you don't say it because she's destroying the department store.
So Batman and Penguin have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole, like, you don't think you win, do you?
Win what?
I'm like, win what? Yeah.
What are you fucking fighting over? Like, Batman doesn't like you, but you have no reason to dislike Batman at the moment.
So Catwoman shows up. Mm-hmm. Meow, building blows up.
Yeah.
Great scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're both just like, yeah, I want some of that.
Yeah. And of course Penguin's just like, I saw her first, gotta fly, and then he, his fucking umbrella turns into a helicopter. But he's apparently not good at looking at things.
Yep.
Because in a weird scene that I never paid attention to until this time I watched it, he flies up, and we follow him up. Catwoman's just hanging out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never noticed her just standing there. Like, mostly the look on her face. She looks like, this is stupid. I'm like, well, I mean, she's not wrong, but
and then it's
what
Cat
the hell?
versus Bat.
Yes.
And they razzle on the roof.
And they have a pretty decent fight.
And he punches her, and she goes, I'm a woman.
How could you?
And he's
I'm
like,
a woman.
oh.
I'm sorry. The most un-Batman thing that's ever happened, by the way. Because, she's trying to kill you. You're allowed to punch her when she's trying to kill you. I'm going to put that out there.
So she knocks him off the roof.
Mm-hmm.
He throws a fucking thing at her and burns her arm up.
Yeah. And then
she jumps on the roof.
This is
and
when
then, I don't know
she's already stabbed him in the side, by the way.
I don't know how he's landed.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense because he was hanging out there.
He hangs off, he falls,
and he falls
lands
on a ledge.
She flies off somewhere else after getting her arm burned, and then he's there.
Yeah.
Right away.
Well, I can somewhat go with that. My biggest concern...
He would have to climb back up the building around the corner.
Well, I mean, he could just use the fiery thing, the grappling hook. But my question is, if he could just land on the fucking ledge, why didn't he just let go of the fucking whip? She didn't have a hold of him.
No.
He was holding on to the whip so he wouldn't fall. But yet, when she lets go of him, he can just land on the ledge.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense.
He wants to nuke her arm first,
I guess.
And then they just, like, she scammers off and he takes off.
No, this is where she gets knocked into the fucking kitty litter.
Yeah, he literally punches her in the face and knocks her off the building. So I'm like, you've killed her.
Yeah, just killed her.
You've killed her.
Yeah, and then she lands in a dump truck full of sand, which she says saved by kitty litter, which works because I forgot to mention she's got 9 lives.
Yep.
Because they take that literally.
Yep.
She's got 9 lives now. Yep. Because she's a cat person.
Yep.
Fuck you.
So the Penguin is all in on the whole mayor thing. Mm-hmm. This is the only time you really see him as the proper Penguin with the hats and the outfit. And
well, no, he does have it a couple times in the flick.
Like when he's visiting his parents' grave and everything.
But he does have it a couple times because he rips it off at the end. Yeah. But yeah, he's very mayoral Penguin-y and shit like that. And then this is where I believe he goes up to the belfry.
Somebody
again.
to see you.
Yeah, there's somebody here to see you. Like, wow, okay, Vincent. Sure, do what you gotta. And then she's sprawled out on the bed and
with the cat.
Every teenage boy explodes, and then we go into it, and of course his teenage boy explodes too because he loses his shit. Like, look at this, and that's where we get like nothing but sexual innuendo left and right.
He's got lube, and he's got fucking. He wants to fuck her, and
she just like I do enjoy the fact that she says like something around the lines, and he's just like. Oh, like less animal attraction. She just goes, "I'll come back later." Yep. I was like, that's not Catwoman. That's Michelle Pfeiffer going, "I'll come back later."
So she puts his bird in her mouth, and not the way he wants.
You've been saving that one. Yeah. A little interesting side note to that.
Fucking cat.
Yeah, but interesting side note to that. That's a real bird.
Ooh.
She did that because I mean the one she shoves in her mouth is a puppet.
Yeah,
but they didn't like the way the puppet looked when it came out, so she just went, I'll just put a fucking bird in my mouth. And she did.
Acting.
She put the bird in her mouth, and then that's when the next shot is literally her opening her mouth. That's a bird flying out of Michelle Pfeiffer's mouth. She's a goddamn trooper.
She's gonna eat that, but then he's like, oh, well, you got a cat here. Kitty.
He has a fucking knife umbrella and is about to stab the cat in the head, so she's just like, that's when she lets the mouth out. Cool. Yeah, we cool. And then
weird
she
bit of makeup on her chin, which was very distracting.
I never understood that. Other than I think they only got the one shot of the bird coming out of the mouth, and you kind of take that kind of thing. So they keep the makeup on her.
So they kind of come to a mutual agreement.
She sort of goes to the idea of like we need to turn him into something that he hates the most, us.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, I've got this idea to, turn the Batmobile into an H-bomb on wheels, and we'll do something and we'll fucking kill him. She goes, I want in.
Well, also, we can't kill him, makes him a martyr.
Yeah,
so
we'll frame him, and then he becomes us, and that's it. And then this is where she does Batman and Robin level of stupidity. She just goes, a plan like this makes me feel so dirty. I think I'll just give myself a bath right here. And he's like, okay, let's lube in hand, let's do this. And then she licks her hand and rubs her face and continues to act like a cat, licking her palm to clean her face. This is the dumbest moment in Batman history. And I'm including Batman and Robin. This is fucking idiotic.
There's some Poison Ivy stuff.
This is so fucking stupid. But anyway, moving on.
But Selina runs into Bruce on the street, or Bruce runs into Selina on the street. And they in a bit of a meet cute, I guess. And they agree to dinner. They make a date.
He seems to have retired that table.
And before they have the date, we get Penguin kidnapping the Ice Princess using the Batarang.
Batarang, yeah.
So Selina and Bruce are having not dinner.
No.
They're just on the couch, chilling.
In the biggest fireplace known to humankind.
And this is where they try to do first movie, where they name check Vicky Vale, and how it's just it didn't work out. I've had girlfriends on here, except for this one, Vicky Vale.
Man, it just didn't work.
She's a photojournalist.
And that's our reference to Vicky Vale. Yeah. Fuck you.
Where he basically just goes, she knew everything.
She knew everything about me, but
at the end of the day, she just couldn't deal with me being he's implying Batman.
Which has happened, by the way. Which is the namesake that Vicky Vale was originally supposed to be, Silver St. Cloud. That's exactly what happened.
Is she knew I was Batman. He obviously doesn't use the word Batman. He's I'm kind of a two.
I'm two types of people.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin. He describes him and Catwoman as that. But he just basically just says, she couldn't handle me. Yeah. So I had to let her go.
Yeah. By the way, I'm trading up, so
they also they also name check her later. It's security. You're the one that looked Vicky Vale into the Batcave.
Which I liked, because that was literally them responding to everybody who bitched and moaned about that. Of wow, Alfred sucks, so let's do that. And I liked that, actually.
So she jumps him.
Yeah.
And they make out. And she reaches down, touches his stab wound, and he's like, ooh.
Yeah.
And he takes off, he's slides up her shirt,
and then she sort of
got the scar. She's like, ooh.
Oh, fuck. And then they talk about, the news report shows up that, somebody's kidnapped the Ice Princess.
And it's Commissioner Gordon with a bag, and it's the bat around, and he's like, it's purely circumstantial evidence.
Yeah. And then that's when he just sort of goes, fuck, I gotta go. And she goes, fuck, I gotta go. They don't say it to each other, because why would you do that?
They both say it to Alfred.
Yeah.
Just tell her something. Just tell him something.
Tell her I gotta, do the thing. And
poetry or dirty limerick.
Something like that. Just I'll make up something, sir. And then as he's about to go tell her, she walks up and goes, oh, fucking tell him I gotta go.
No problem.
Thank you, old man.
So they both quick change. She's changing in the car as she's driving, which is comical.
Nope.
I'm like, okay. He goes down through an Iron Maiden.
I like that.
Down his slide.
Yeah.
I love it. He's like, you're going to come with me, Alfred? He's like, I think
I'll take the stairs, sir.
And then they go to, and then he does the thing. He switches into the thing. I love it. It shows him having several Batman outfits.
Well, it works better than the original where he only had one.
Because I'm like, yes, safe. Because clearly
she just destroyed one.
Yeah, you're going to get tore up from the floor up. When he gets destroyed, it's so weird just seeing him. Yeah. In full Batman gear, still taking off gloves, and it. Yeah, and I mean when he first gets stabbed,
and it is kind of funny watching the that line. Actually, we skipped over it, but that line is so bad, and it's trying to be so fucking deep, but it was just because he pulls the fucking the claw out and puts it on the table, calls up Alfred, which I'm like, you would take the hood off for that, or at least have fucking speakerphone or something. You wouldn't hold it up to the ear or the blink, whatever. And he just goes, Alfred, can you bring some antiseptic and some ointment? Yes, sir. Are you hurt? No, not hurt. And it's like, oh God, shut up.
Oh well. Also, when he's talking to Alfred later or earlier in the film, he's in the Batmobile as Batman. Yeah. Talks to Alfred on his little video phone, but he does the Batman voice.
The Batman voice. Mind you, it's not that different.
But I'm just you don't need to
He's not the out-of-breath cookie monster that Christian Bale was.
Yeah, but you don't need to Batman it up right now, Bruce.
Yeah, but I always defend that
I'm just like Batman, I talk like Batman.
That's literally why I defend that. Because he, as a safety measure...
So he's a method actor.
He always... Yeah, well, I mean, you would have to be, right? You're trying to keep your... I mean, mind you, he keeps calling him Alfred.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I mean, that's why in the comics he calls him Penny
baby.
1. Yeah. Like, in the comics, he calls him Penny 1.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to know who the fuck that is, but yeah.
So they still go through with the tree lighting, even though the Ice Princess has been kidnapped.
Yeah. I do enjoy that we saw the Ice Princess, who apparently is the stupidest human who's ever lived.
Yep.
It's like, I like the thing, or the tree lights up, and then I push the button. No, wait, that's wrong. Can we stop doing this? No one is that stupid.
So he goes and finds her tied up to a chair. Mm-hmm. And she's like, don't worry, I'll tell the cops that some weird little bird man kidnapped me.
Yeah.
But she gets taken again because Catwoman intervenes.
Yeah, gotta go. Girl talk.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell.
So they go up to the roof. Mm-hmm. She's on the thing. She's like, she let me go. I think, that girl talk really helped. Mm-hmm. And then a fucking umbrella hits, opens up, bats, knocks her off the roof.
And the bats follow, which, no.
They follow her. She hits the ground. Again, no splat.
No, but, I mean, she does land on the plunger, so the tree at least lights up.
And the tree lights up, bats come out of the tree. Mm-hmm. How do they get the bats for the tree?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever. Shut up, it's a movie.
Shut up, it's a movie. So the Penguin takes out Catwoman, because he's basically, well, plan done.
Yep.
They hate Batman, let's fuck.
Yep.
I got some bubbly. And she's like, no.
No, we were never going to do that.
I don't like you anymore. And then he hooks the thing to her and takes her for a ride.
Which is something we say as a joke, but that's literally what he says. I don't think I like you anymore. And then straps a collar to her and flies her away.
Yep. She falls through a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Gets up.
Screams, breaks
the treehouse.
Death number 3.
Is that another
that is
power?
That's a death.
But is that a power that she has?
I
screams so loud that
I'm
shatters?
hoping the plan is that because she already damaged the structure by falling through it, that the screaming just added, the final straw. I hope.
She's not Mariah Carey, man. She doesn't have that kind of octave.
Well, that was pretty loud.
So Batman fucking takes off, flies away through all the bats. Gets into his car, which has been tampered by the gang, because I guess they used a little doohickey to get into the... Yeah. I'm like, do they have a tech expert?
Apparently,
is it the poodle lady?
Apparently it must be, because she seems to be in charge of everything. If you know anything about the Batmobile's safety features in comic book continuity from like 20 years ago, this is hilarious. Yeah. Because the amount of safety features he has on that to make sure no one can actually get anywhere near the Batmobile is funny.
They press a button.
They press a button and they've managed to match his frequency.
Yeah. So he gets in, video screen, Penguin.
Yeah.
And they go for a drive. Mm-hmm. The Penguin's in a little, toy thing that you would see at the mall.
Which is fucking idiotic, but okay.
And he's just mocking him as he's trying to run over people, which he runs over nobody.
Yeah, which,
by the
that's
way,
impressive. So... Here's my complaint about this whole
master
gimmick.
Plan.
Yeah, of course, because, Bond villains, you gotta do it.
I played these people like a heart from hell. Ah!
Yeah. I have a question.
Mr. Penguin, sir?
Not the Penguin, for the Batman. You've put it in the Batmobile that when there's something that's not supposed to be there, you can find it by pushing a button.
He does it.
He does. Why doesn't it immediately sound the second he gets in? Because if it's got the technology where it can do that...
they go for a good 10-minute ride.
Like, if you can automatically do that, why couldn't it just tell you that, hey, don't fucking hit the ignition?
Also, why can't you turn the TV off and not talk to him?
Well, he punches it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Later, after they have a full conversation, he gives up
Well, no, I mean, he might be waiting to, he might be like, let him talk.
Because he puts in a CD to record the conversation.
So again, it's the detective in him.
Maybe he'll spill the beans.
Yeah, he thinks I'm going to die. Let's find out.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, and while he's talking, I'll figure out what the fuck's going on.
So he figures it out, reaches for the thing, breaks the screen.
Ha! I have foiled you again. Stops right before he kills an old lady.
Yep.
Which I'm like, why is that old lady walking around at 11?
Yeah.
Did she just leave the tree signing ceremony?
Maybe. And then takes off down an alley, has to split the Batmobile up to make him a little...
I like how it didn't work at first.
Come on. He's like, okay, now I'm a little worried.
Who are you saying this to? This is stupid.
And then he figures it out, goes through the thing. 3 cop cars hit.
Yep.
I'm like, Well, some of those cops are dead.
Yeah.
Some of those cops are super
Not to
dead.
mention, they're also apparently really stupid because they keep going.
Yeah.
As soon as you see pieces